All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Dark Season 1, Episode 4. All right.
We spent a whole episode in the past.
We spent a whole episode in 1986. This is really, really fun. We'll probably continue that here. We did get to see the ways in which these characters are connected, and we got to see, okay, here's where they are in 1986, here's where they are in 2018. Right. Some things change, some things stay the same. It's very fun to see the kind of scope of this story in not just the production side of things, but in the casting, so much so that it's like, oh shoot, some of these like casting decisions feel like not just like perfect for the age difference, but also in like potentially like hinting at plot related things.
Oh yeah.
So like this is a magnificent show already within 3 episodes, and that it got us to cook so hard last episode.
Oh,
in some areas that are like, you know, really ridiculous, and some that are like, wait, that actually does not sound that ridiculous.
Mikael would have such a hard time adjusting. It's almost like he'd have really bad mental health problems that would continue into adulthood.
Yeah.
And oh, wait, who's this Michael person that, like, they made the connection between the adopted mom and all that stuff and everything, so, you know, yeah, like, that's basically soft confirmed.
Right, and also in a funny and interesting way, because we're doing this whole, you know, here's where they are this year, here's where they are this year, you know, Mikael, we specifically didn't show where he's at. It's almost like it's because he's not around in 2019 anymore. Oh, boy.
Yep.
So.
And then, you know, affairs. Which is like, all right, yeah, cool, spicy drama. But
time travel. So if you have people boinking, you know, YouTube first few minutes, and being careful here, you know, boinking in different times, that can lead to then people being connected in ways where it gets, I need my whiteboard. It's, I got rid of everything on it, but I'm ready to go. Or people might need to get whacked, you know?
Right. Also, if my voice sounds a bit whack, it's because... some dark stuff is going on in my throat right now.
Right. He's recovering from some sickness stuff, so
if I seem a little quiet this episode, I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Right, and you're doing your part to watch and listen.
That's right.
And absorb everything.
Exactly.
So when I'm wrong, you can be like, I was actually paying attention, and I caught this stuff because, you know, I'm not talking over that part, Caleb.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. There's a stratagem to this. But, you know... Fuck that. That's not going to be useful.
Yep.
Y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Schwarze Löcher gelten als die Höllenschlunde des Universums.
Fun.
Wer hineinfällt, verschwindet für immer.
Cool.
Auch Raum und Zeit? Oder wären Raum und Zeit in einem ewigen Kreis miteinander verbunden?
Whoa.
Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack.
Back to 2019, okay. Is it crazy to say this, but knowing how short this show is, I'm already like sad there isn't more. Like we're 4 episodes in, and double lives, cool. Okay. I love the double meaning even within the double lives kind of thing too.
Double?
Diese kleine hinterhältige Fotze. Ellie, wo ist mein Lippenstift?
Simple problems.
Zu Papa ins Heim.
Okay, dann bringe ich Elisabeth zur Schule. Ich will nicht, dass sie allein geht.
Gut.
Chilly. Yeah, he found something pretty good here. Right. I also love the very just obvious foreshadowing with the, like, someone who's written all that stuff out. Definitely spent years, like, studying it and stuff. Oh.
Taubstummnummer, aber mich verarschst du nicht.
Ja, wegen Mickel. Ich bespreche keine Polizeiarbeit mit dir.
Damn. Is that like, you know, you miss him and you're trying to process those feelings out a little bit? But
No, I
or
don't
she's
think
just
so.
like, ah. Oh, okay.
Right. What'd you mean, Dad?
Ihm sagen. Wem musst du was sagen? Ich muss es ihm sagen. Es muss auf.
Ulrich?
Oh.
Es muss aufhören. Es muss auf. Was muss aufhören? Tick, tack.
The march of time. The cycle.
Yeah. Moment of clarity.
Yeah. Just the lucidity of seeing, like, he's right here. Oh. Oh, okay.
Right.
Heavy start.
Zu Stromausfällen gekommen. Die Sicherheit und öffentliche Einrichtungen waren bislang nicht ernstlich davon gefährdet. Die Betreiber der Stromnetze
Oh, a drop spot. No.
Okay.
Oh, fun. Yeah, wildlife observation camera. Nah.
See cars that have been moving through here. Okay.
Ich habe etwas beschlagnahmt, das ein gewaltig...
This is the person who, you know, sees everything. You
Right.
know?
I might not be able to hear, but I could tell that you had to break off the the lock to get to it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
So when is he gonna go?
Well, I don't think he's actually going to go anywhere because I think the power plant has to do something to specifically make
Right.
it traversable.
But if there was anybody from 2019, oh,
Fun.
almost like he knew he was gonna be here.
Yeah.
Wer ist das?
Ha!
Ihr macht was?
You're doing what? Yeah.
Didn't she just say that she's like 9 or something?
Yeah. That's maybe why she wants the red lipstick, you know.
Uh-huh.
Der Roman ist durchzogen von einem Netz von Symbolen und Verweisen. Als Beispiele aus der Fülle der Symbole seien zum Beispiel die Platanen am See genannt.
Anyone? Bueller?
Yeah.
Bueller?
Also Doppelung, ja. Die Figuren folgen teils bewusst, teils unbewusst.
Yeah, doubling, huh?
Nicht deine Klasse.
Oh.
Die Wiederholung geht also von einer imaginären Mitte aus und weist dann in zwei dritten Kapitel des ersten Teils vorbereitet, also auf ihre große Mäßigkeit im Essen und Trinken hingewiesen wird. Und dieser Hinweis, der wird sogar...
There's no way this is actually the book, right? That would be wild.
Did you just...
Wir haben ihn mit der vermissten Datenbank abgeglichen. Keine Beschreibung passt.
Mit dir alles in Ordnung?
I hate these sounds.
Kinder. Die Vögel. Irgendwie gehört das alles zusammen. Ich weiß nur nicht wie.
See, memory is malleable. You gotta get it all written down on like a map. You gotta take pictures and staple them to a wall.
Have a
And,
proper notebook.
yeah, Hell no.
Okay.
Verschwunden. Überprüfe die letzten 15 Jahre, okay?
Ja, gut.
Sonst noch was?
Nein. Doch, wegen der roten Erde. Wir finden keine. Auch im näheren Umkreis der Fundstelle ist nirgendwo rote Erde.
Ah, nice.
Dort angerufen. Es gibt immer noch keinen Durchsuchungsbefehl für das AKW.
Right.
Es sind jetzt fast 36 Stunden, Ulrich.
Wow, just, I mean, he's on a mission, but
Right.
not even acknowledgement of her, not a touch, not a I love you, nothing. She's gonna see the writing on the wall soon if she hasn't already.
Right, like it's a crazy circumstance.
Crazy circumstance,
missing,
yeah. But still.
Right, and she'll be able to see that no cars left.
Ein Screenshot von der Wildwechselkamera vom Forstamt. Ich dachte, vielleicht sieht man da was drauf. Bist du mit der Datenbank schon durch?
Nein.
Warum fragst du mich da nach Reifenprofilen?
You just asked me to get that. Like, I'm talking about prior stuff. Yeah.
Right.
Don't bite his hand. He is trying to help you.
Well, and he's going about it the normal way.
Right,
and she's starting to look in all the weird directions.
Yeah, she's kind of jumping into, Jeez. Well, that's fun.
What's in there?
Oh, shit. Oh my God.
Huh.
Wait.
Montag warst du die ganze Zeit in der Praxis.
Ja. Ich habe Protokolle geschrieben.
Oh, he's crying.
Was in die Praxis schicken lassen und ich hab's total vergessen. Ich wollte fragen, ob's angekommen ist.
Nee, hier ist nichts angekommen.
Okay.
Okay.
Whoa.
So what's the deal here? Because he's been kind of
Well, it's an open end.
Right.
It's not tied seemingly to anything.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, okay. We're gonna have to sit on this. Freaking weirdo. Oh shoot. Okay, so she's grabbing maybe some of the stash, like.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably some of the drugs. God, this is one of those episodes where they're laying out pieces again.
Yeah.
They're not showing how they're connected. They're just laying out pieces and being like, remember this. I'm like, what?
It's like pieces for a new mystery or something.
I mean, the mystery is that, someone did take Mikhail. And it's not necessarily as straightforward as immediately going into like time-related stuff.
Das ist eine private Frage oder eine berufliche?
Macht es einen Unterschied? War er hier am Montag?
You almost hope he was, right? Because you don't want him to be involved in the kidnapping, but like.
Aber ein astreines Gedächtnis für Schwanz. Peters ist gleich krumm wie eine eingelegte Gurke. Es fühlt sich komisch im Mund an, aber das wissen Sie
War er am Montag hier oder nicht?
Nein, er war schon seit über einem Jahr nicht mehr hier. Wenn, dann holt er sich das, was er jetzt braucht, woanders.
Danke.
Oh, that was so hard for.
That's brutal.
For Charlotte,
That is
you get a
brutal.
double whammy.
Yeah.
Like one, he's cheating, and two, you don't know where he was that night.
Right.
Ah!
That's. Oh, man.
Bro's scoping out like other points of entry. I love the double camera levels so that, if one gets tampered with, you still have the others, but it also stops the potential blind spots. I mean, probably aren't any naturally, but it's like pretty hardcore.
What are you gonna find?
Oh.
Ist das Ende und das Ende ist der Anfang. Der Anfang ist das Ende und das Ende ist der Anfang.
Fun.
Okay.
Der hat gesagt, die ist ganz grausam verstümmelt.
Okay.
Well.
Long bathroom break, huh? Oh.
Oh, that is so creepy. It's also in like the shape of a noose. So what are you doing here?
Oh, well,
Charlotte?
there's the soil.
Mm-hmm. No backup currently, Charlotte.
Ja.
Halt dich fest. Der Vogel hat das Gleiche.
Hat was?
Geplatzte Trommelfälle auf beiden Seiten.
Wow. Ja.
Verstrahlt?
Habe ich natürlich nachgemessen. Alle Werte okay.
Interessant.
Das kannst du laut sagen. Sonst noch was?
Nein.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's confirming that basically it was a wave of energy.
Da bist du, Yasin.
Television. Aw. Well.
All right.
I love the shot showing the cabin is like a dark mouth, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they know what they're doing. Oh.
Where we started the episode.
Oh, shit.
And the thing that's freaky about this is that there's, you know, time travel involved. So this could have been a nefarious thing at a point in the past.
Sure.
And it might be like completely innocent now.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, God. Wait, that Latin on the wall or something? Jeez.
Ja. Er hat was?
Ulrich?
What? Then, oh, hey, your stuff's not there.
Was ist das?
Das ist Geld, du Schwack. Das ist mein Geld.
Und woher hast du so viel Geld? Vertickst du Drogen?
Yep. Just dealing some drugs.
Meine Eltern schlafen seit einem Jahr in getrennten Betten. Meine Mutter hat herausgefunden, dass mein Vater in Wirklichkeit auf Schwänze steht. Die Ehe ist kaputt und niemand spricht es aus. Stattdessen sitzt jeden Tag ein dickes, fettes Geheimnis mit ihm.
Oh.
That's one way to work through an argument.
Let's have a secret of our own.
Yeah.
In fact, this was probably already their little secret, you know.
Sure.
And he's just upset that she was keeping this other, you know, thing from him, you know.
Vor einem Jahr hast du mir was versprochen.
Oh.
Wenn es irgendetwas gibt, was du mir sagen willst, dann...
Ah. Gotcha. Oh.
Du, ich muss los, sonst komme ich zu spät.
Oh.
Ouch.
Dang. So he's probably been good. He cheated on her a year ago.
Uh-huh.
And hasn't done anything since, but he has no attraction to her, right? Yep, of course.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm. Her little way to rebel.
Well, you could say that, but I also want to throw something out there. She put that on, like, perfectly.
There's certain levels of realism that maybe aren't always in fiction, right?
Yeah, I know, I get that. She seems very mature for her age in terms of the way that she thinks. Oh no, she's just walking.
Let's not have another kid get kidnapped, please. The Nope vibes are too damn high right now.
Oh. Okay, cool. Another connection to what the lady was saying a couple episodes ago. Yeah, yeah.
Max ist krank. Heute war nur bis 14 Uhr Unterricht. Hat Elisabeth nicht Bescheid gegeben? Steht auch im Hausaufgabenheft.
Well. Well, well, well.
Okay.
Bruh.
Hat sich nicht sehr kooperativ gezeigt.
You found him like this, huh?
Soll ich dir sagen, warum? Weil es eben nicht sein Kind ist. Und weil es nicht dein Kind ist. Lass mich raus, ich will aussteigen.
No.
Halt an!
Might be about to be your kid.
She's like, why is everyone acting so nuts right now? Like, am I the only sane one?
Weg abgefahren schon zweimal, aber da ist sie nicht.
Vielleicht ist sie mit jemand aus der Klasse mit diesem Yasin.
Fahr nach Hause. Vielleicht hat sie einen anderen Weg genommen, sonst ruft die Klassenliste durch.
Ich bin in 15 Minuten da.
She's going into work mode, you know?
Yeah.
Test all leads, you know?
Okay.
Oh my gosh. The stress is building. What do your police eyes see?
What do you got?
Dang. She saw something in them. Wow, she's good. Wow, she's good. Wow.
Damn it.
Two people in a canoe
boat?
or something?
Yeah.
Like, what? It's not your kid, you know?
Right.
And now
No, it is.
this is going to be the first time they've held each other in like a year.
Maybe.
Oh my gosh. Ulrich's going to be like, now we're going to get that fucking search warrant.
Uh-huh, yeah.
How does anybody just watch one episode of this show at a time?
Well.
Oh my gosh. All right, yeah, we got our old guy here.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
You can't do that show.
That was...
You can't do that show.
Und dafür hast du so lange gebraucht?
Oh, shoot.
Wer hat dir das geschenkt? Ich will wissen, wer dir das geschenkt hat. Wer ist Noah?
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Yeah. You little shit.
Finger weg von meinen Sachen.
Good to see you too, sis.
I mean, she scared the shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yes, she did, of course, take the lipstick, yeah.
Right.
Nein, sie ist wieder da. Gerade eben. Was?
Yeah, it's your dad, yeah.
Helge im Wald gefunden.
For Charlotte.
Wir sind auf der Suche nach dem Ariadne-Faden, der uns den richtigen Weg weisen soll. Der uns leitet durch die Dunkelheit.
No.
Wie gerne würden wir unser Schicksal kennen. Wohin es uns führt.
Wait. Is
He's
that
gonna help
him?
No. It seems
too
like
young.
more of anything that it's his dad.
Muss aufhören.
Wer muss aufhören?
Ich muss ihn stoppen.
Wen stoppen?
Noah.
Okay.
Fun. We got a name. We got a name.
No. Why? No.
Du musst Yasin sein. Noah schickt mich.
Well done. You spiked my blood pressure and my heart rate and everything, show. Proper stressful episode.
God damn it.
Okay,
right.
Fun. This is a very stressful episode.
Yes.
Got us a bit in a tizzy here. And I like that as far as the way that they seem to be structuring this season, this one felt like an episode 1 kind of episode where we laid out a whole bunch of pieces. And the third episode before this felt like they connected a whole bunch of pieces by basically showing us another point in time. So by this one going back to 2019, we're basically saying, let's reestablish status quo, show a whole bunch of points, focus on a specific family now a little bit more, and thus I think that we're going to have now a little bit of a pivot in the story to then focusing things on the Doppler family, which can be fun.
Okay. Yeah.
Which can be fun because if the families have, generations and stuff, then there's things in other times that are going to be relevant to their story. So we could then go back to 1986 in like an episode or two and show the Dopplers at that point in time.
Show Helga and why he's thinking, all right, I'm going to give this book to the new CEO. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
This is very exciting because we very clearly have a lot that's being set up here, and a lot of it doesn't make sense.
Right.
But
a lot of it feels like red herrings. The fact that one of them was red soil also, that just is a connection that my mind makes. But I gotta say, I love the way that this show introduces characters. Because, like, the deaf daughter, right? They introduce her in this episode. She always was in the town, right? But she wasn't relevant to the things that were going on before because it was high school stuff and like cop stuff. And so she just wasn't in the show because she didn't need to be. Then, now as we're starting to go into the Doppler family a bit more.
Yep.
Yeah, she gets introduced. We use her as the way to scare another kidnapping and also introduce the character that's actually going to get kidnapped. Show, you gotta stop.
Yeah.
You gotta stop.
Yeah.
Like, that's not fair.
That's really, really freaky.
Yeah.
So we have a couple things that are being reinforced. One, kids are being taken, probably to be experimented, probably with regards to the time travel, and probably by the nuclear power plant people and such.
Right.
You've got someone basically orchestrating these kidnappings, whether they're using multiple people to accomplish said kidnappings, or there's some enigmatic Noah figure, or potentially people from other times that are doing this.
Yep.
Because we now have another thing that's been reinforced. Our mysterious visitor out of the cave, the caves, has now all but written in a big red bit of ink on the map what's most likely the crossing point, because that was the question on the actual map. And thus he's then trying to, Jonas is trying to ascertain what's going on. And this person who's from another time basically went in and went, here it is. Here you go.
Yeah.
Now, what's super fun about this is that this is, in a lot of ways, a fun question that the show is positing, because this was not information that was on the map to begin with.
Yep.
So the question I have to posit, and I think that this episode kind of somewhat potentially foreshadows this a little bit, is there any chance that we also have a future point, like a point in the future? Because this is information that it feels like was not discovered by Jonas's dad.
Right, by Michael, yeah.
By Michael. So if it ends up getting discovered, this feels like I'm going to put a thing in the past.
So it could be
adds help and info.
It could be, and I think it would I feel like with just about any time travel show, you're going to have at least a big twist, right? That's, because it's part of the aha of like, this is how the time travel works. This is what we're doing with it.
Yes.
And so I think it makes a lot of sense to have it be something where, why are you assuming that this is the furthest point forward in time and all that stuff, Yeah. That would, I could totally see that being just badass, right?
I also think that at the very least, we're getting a lot of 3 stuff going on here. And one of the points of time is past, present, future.
Sure.
And if we're basically going to all but confirm there's at the very least more than 2 points in the timeline where people are jumping to and from, it makes sense that there would be, like a third one that we haven't seen yet, like other than 2019 and 1986.
Well, and the thing that's set up from the pictures is that it would be another one before 1986.
Yeah, it feels like it would end up being a really old spot.
So I think there's the possibility of there being a future one past that.
Yes,
but
it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have to be, and from the way that the time travel has been set up so far, of you get sent back in time, and then you can get back to the point where you got sent back from.
Right, because it's 33 years. So
right, we would have to have a 33-year time skip in order to get to the point that's actually like the real furthest in the future one. So I don't think that's going to happen, but it could.
It could,
and so
that would be
what I think it is
2052.
Yeah, something like that.
2052.
And so
33 years from 2019.
In the situation here, I think it's just something where this Noah guy,
because this doesn't have to be Noah. I just want to throw it out there that this guy.
Okay, no, that's true.
Like
it doesn't have to
what
be.
He's doing, it makes sense that he's Noah.
Right. This is the implication that the show has given us, but it is only an implication, not a like, we know that this is Noah. But
if you let me cook just for 1 second here about the Noah thing.
Mind if I just
go for it. Go for it.
So I think that it's more likely that he's just someone who might have done some time traveling, but now he's in this time. I don't think it's something from the future, and he just has additional information that Jonas doesn't have, and maybe he's working against the power plant people, and that's why he's actually giving this information, right?
Sure. He definitely is not helping the power plant people.
Right.
His actions have basically led to the kid being found. Like he's basically like helping make sure that things are going like badly for like there's investigations.
Oh,
now.
Sure. Yeah, no, there's a possibility that the kid, I forget her name, that she would have been kidnapped or something, and then he's like, this would have been the next kid that they would kidnap. Cool. I'm going to basically do the thing that from the outside seems, oh my God, so sus, but actually he's just helping out.
Right,
and it's like, oh, hey, and give this back to your mother. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. But what were you gonna cook on?
Oh, I was gonna cook on basically the right. So he ends up in episode 2. He ends up picking up a bird, but there was something more that he did in episode 2.
He had the machine.
Yeah, he had the machine. He had the book. He had where was it?
Did the When is Mikkel?
Yeah, he did the When is Mikkel, yes. Oh man. Okay. So the thing I was going to say was that if he's Noah, just throwing it out there, feels like a fake name. I don't think that's actually his name.
Yes.
But one of the things that I've been just getting the vibe from this whole story is a lot of the like religious, Christian
and so,
symbols
and
yeah. Stuff.
Okay.
So
cool. We're on the same page with that.
If he chooses Noah, what did Noah try to do?
The end of the world is coming, and you need to listen to me.
I'm trying to warn everybody about the end, basically.
Right.
And so...
Yeah, that does definitely seem like something where if someone were to be sent back in time and they had to choose a name, Noah would be pretty apt because it's the no one will listen to me or believe me.
Yes,
but,
right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Well, how do you know what's going to happen in the future? Well,
I've been
about
there.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I
We're on a mission from God.
Yeah. So, let me. Yeah. Cool.
It's really nice. I love how this show basically is not super fast paced, but it always feels like it's doing something very intentional and like it doesn't feel slow, right? Like it doesn't feel fast, but it doesn't feel slow. And I really appreciate that because with a show that, goes into time muckery and shenanigans, you gotta have time to, really like sit with it and think on it and stuff.
A lot, yeah.
And I feel like this show strikes a really good balance because it would be very easy for the things that it brings up in these episodes to just feel totally disconnected and like, we're kind of setting aside the interesting, island stuff to go tell a character episode.
Yeah.
Right?
So I don't think that that's okay. Sorry, I get what you're coming from this, but the show is giving us points to show that Charlotte's daughter, the older daughter, Francisca, yes, thank you, is very much right. Everybody has secrets.
Yep.
Everybody's absolutely layered in this stuff.
Right.
And because we know as the audience that there's time travel, the reasons why things could be so layered is often potentially like understandable with regards to time travel.
While at the same time still having there be the opportunity, which is another thing that I love. So mystery stories I oftentimes have trouble with because when there are the red herrings, they feel like the writers are cheating, right? Because it's like, why is this additional thing in there? But in this story, if you have a bunch of people where they just have drama secrets, right? And some of them could be tied to time travel, whether they know it or not.
Right.
But also some of them could just be drama secrets that people keep from each other because that's kind of how people are, right?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't make it a red herring. This isn't this isn't a mystery in the sense that we're trying to solve a specific answer. Solve a specific question here. And that's why I don't even like the subject of red herrings being brought up because that's in like a whodunit kind of thing.
Okay.
So in this story, I feel like it's more that human lives are carrying forward without realizing how trapped they are by this time travel.
Okay.
There are people that are old enough to have the burden of memory, knowledge, and perspective.
Sure.
But they are not going to be listened to because they've either lost their minds, like poor Helga here, or they might just be in a situation where there's just too much. And you know what? It might be tiring. It might have been a long fight. It might have been a long thing, and they've given up.
Charlotte with the birds. I can only imagine that when she's a little kid and she's like, okay, but I'm finding these dead birds, and this is weird. The people in the town were probably like, why are you messing around with dead animals? You know, right? Like, you know, like I imagine she probably was not given a whole lot of credit or time of day. Mm-hmm. And then, oh, hey, now she's like chief of police, right? And that's her actual job.
Yeah.
You know.
People have to give her the time of day.
Yeah, exactly. Right. I'm not stealing. I'm confiscating, you know. But.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So no 1986 this episode, though.
Right. I think that was a good choice.
Well, I'm just surprised by the choice, though, which is why I think we're shifting things to a more kind of let's focus on each family at a time to give us that kind of time with it here. And this is kind of a repeating of episode 1 in that it ends with a child abduction in the same way.
Yeah, and that's where we could end up getting another 1986 episode because, oh, hey, we have a new person that's back in time now. We could completely keep going in the present. There's a part of me, and this might seem as a weird thing to comment on, but there's a part of me that wonders, or is curious, when the show ends, what's going to be the proportion of time that we spend in each of the currently 3 assumed timelines or points in time, right?
Yeah.
Is it going to be about the same across each one, right? Or is it going to be some kind of like pyramid type, like you have to build out a bunch of foundation on the first one in order to go to the second one for a bit, and then you have to build more foundation to go to the second one for a bit, and only once you do a lot of foundation on the second one do you get to go to the third one for a bit.
All these squares form a circle.
Yeah,
that's the thing, is it's going to be really fucky in that it's not going to be this foundation's into this foundation's into this. It's going to be like,
well, it's going to be the triangle. Like
I know, it's all the
symbolism.
Yeah, and that's where I'm basically wanting to throw the idea out there that maybe we're wrong, and that it's that no, things get maybe more or less discovered, you know, or like kind of figured out. Actually, no. When is time travel discovered? It's irrelevant. I keep forgetting about that really simple rule, is that it doesn't actually matter. And I would say more realistically, it's probably the thing where it gets discovered and then it gets immediately, the information starts getting sent backwards, which starts the cascading of all the, the madness.
Sure. Well, and if I were to think, okay, and this is...
because that's where human beings would most want to do any kind of time-related stuff.
This is not related to this episode, but if I were to think of maybe the reasons why the power plant people are experimenting on the kids with like the thing that they put over the head or the eyes or the whatever and all that stuff. It could be for try and get them to be able to see into the past or the future or whatever. Or maybe it's the thing of we need to properly download them with information before we send them into the past, in order to actually be an effective canary, right?
I think that's possible, but I think it's more of just like, no, we are, basically forcing them through a black hole in some way that will actually make them capable of doing this. But, it doesn't work like that. You're going to have kids just die. You're going to have their eyes get burned out or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
good
man.
Show.
Yeah. Great show. The mystery is absolutely palpable here.
Also,
right. This was the part that I was like, kind of wigged out here, is that we see our mystery man. Yeah, he was dragging what's probably
the body that they find that isn't
probably
Mikhail.
Eric. Yeah, the not Mikhail body. That's the red-haired, burned eyes out kid.
Well,
and we see him like,
but not Eric either. Too young for Eric. They went through that. And they're like, it doesn't match up.
Right.
So, yeah, but. Yeah, that guy was doing that whole thing. Another thing I want to just throw out there, as far as the emotional, that was below the belt, but I love it from this episode, is when Jonas's mom is like trying to connect with him, you know? And it's like, hey, you don't have to go to school. We could do something just the two of us. And he doesn't. That was brutal. That was like, oh, yeah, because you can like, he's dealing with this whole thing of trying to figure out what's going on. She's just reeling from the everything, right? You know, her husband killed himself, but then also the guy that she's been sleeping with, you know, she's cheating, you know, with this dude, right? You know, like, or he's cheating, you know, with her, right? And then, but then he's also being distant from her because his kid got kidnapped, right? And so he's hurting, but she also can't be there for him because they're a secret thing, you know, right? Like, there's so much just stuff. And I love it.
Yeah, I think the part that also is really fun from a relational thematic standpoint, it's a very, very common thing to use for TV shows like this with ensemble casts, is that you have to show how these characters are so disconnected, and basically their characters will push them in a trajectory to get even more connected, which works with the natural way in which we'll begin to understand their relationships a little bit more. But that being said, it's going to take time. There's going to be conflict. There's going to be struggle with it. So the idea that we're showing just how much these things are all mixed up, and they are so disconnected, has me just excited, if you will, for the ways in which they'll just start talking about this stuff, like, together. Like, characters not keeping secrets, but characters starting to be like, okay, like Jonas, for instance, has basically the key to everything in his hands, and he doesn't even realize it. But the fact that then he's going to find a mystery red, circle or X or written message on it, and he's been having his dreams of his dad and everything.
Right. Is he going to be like, there's a haunting happening here? Is he going to be like, oh, I just missed that because, memory is malleable and there's so much chaotic shit on here?
Or did I do that myself?
Right.
You start doubting yourself. You start losing your own sanity.
And that's to say nothing of the chutzpah on our mystery figure to be like, I'm going to sneak into this house at night, make sure that I don't wake up either of the people that live here.
Right.
And then take his thing out of the drawer, draw on it while he's sleeping right over there, and then put it back into the drawer and leave. Can you imagine, with regards to, I don't know what kind of crazy shit that this person had to go through in order to time travel or what they've seen or experienced or whatever.
Yeah.
If it was all just completely borked because Jonas just woke up and was like, who the F are you?
Yeah.
Right?
Can I talk about the creepy beginning of this episode now? Because I feel like one of the things that this episode did is bring up the whole thing of the cycle. The beginning is the end and the end is the beginning. And in the beginning of this episode, it feels like they tell you the whole way this episode's going to go.
Oh, yeah, it even shows him making the...
Yeah, he got that from, if you look here in the creepy, like, old school room, you see the pinecone art here as well, showing that this might have been something that when he was maybe a kid getting experimented on, potentially to be a time traveler.
I like it.
Ended up using that as a way to ground himself or give him some stuff like that here. But I feel like we got introduced to a new character here as well. Very cleverly here, because we showed a point in a previous episode that our mystery time traveler had scars on his back, but he did not have this crazy tattoo on his back.
That is a good point.
We see a watch on his left hand. We also see a staff in the left hand.
Or a shovel or something.
A shaft of wood, basically. But what we see in the walls, like specifically here, is what looks like the bunker.
Yeah, it looks like the Doppler spot.
The Doppler spot, yeah, exactly. And we see a lot of stuff within the Latin here that seems to tie to the Latin that was written on the wall of that bunker. So this could be somebody from the past that was using this place.
Sure.
Or
all
kinds of other things there. So, I want to bring up the idea that if we're going to have the time travel, the caves, the experiments, and all this be tied to likening it to a black hole. One, the show is called Dark. That's fun.
Yeah.
But two, the idea that, things are being put into it, but we don't know what happens when they go out the other side. Do they go out the other side?
Yeah.
Is there just an end to it there? I feel that basically the show is saying that this was some fucked up accident.
Okay.
That something was sent through the horizon into whenever, wherever, what have you, and started this domino effect. And what Helga, or potentially even our mystery traveler, because that person might not necessarily be Noah, but it could be, is trying to stop and or undo the events that led to that point here.
Yep.
And in terms of people on like missions here that have like perspective and knowledge, that actually puts our time travel mystery guy and Helga actually seemingly on the same trajectory. So I want to posit then that Noah is a new character, completely not introduced yet.
You're saying Noah is not the mystery guy?
Not the mystery guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that could be the case. I feel like the mystery guy is Noah, but maybe not. The fact that we'll see in the next episode if I forget the kid's name that was Elizabeth's friend or boyfriend.
Giannis.
Giannis.
Yeah.
Yeah. If he's actually kidnapped, then I don't think that Noah is mystery guy, because I think mystery guy is working against the kidnappers.
He is absolutely working against the kidnappers, yeah.
But if it turns out that that was actually another jump scare, you cheeky little bastard of a show, then I think that Noah is this guy, and that's just somebody that Noah basically got to work with him while he's over here.
So here's something that could add to that, is that if you listen to the voice of our person who says, you must be Yazin here.
Yeah.
I don't get the immediate vibe. Obviously, it's probably a man, but I don't think that that's necessarily our stranger's voice.
Oh no! I think it's definitely a different guy. Yeah.
So, but what that does is that brings up the idea of the uniformity of time travelers who are trying to be sneaky, wearing this getup specifically.
Although, if that is the mystery, the fact that they're hiding the face implies that it's not the mystery guy.
Yes, exactly.
We've seen the mystery guy's face.
Right.
That being said, if it was the mystery guy, then that means Noah is effectively the person who sent mystery guy. So
maybe.
Yeah. So it's again one of those things where I like how this show does a really good job of teasing us with giving us more.
Yes.
But not giving us enough to really feel like we fully understand the show, because it's that place of not knowing but wondering and feeling like we're on the trail. That is
we're
where
trapped
a lot of
in the mystery.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's where a lot of the fun and entertainment comes from. Right. So it does a really good job of keeping that going while at the same time not feeling like it's just cheating us and not giving us anything. You know. So,
but
really excited for the next episode.
Really excited. But y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You got an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about other shows in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.